Welcome to Art Town Podcast Series, or ATPS as we like to call it. Every week on Friday, we feature art and design professionals who take us through their journey in this fascinating world of art. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify. And with that, let's continue with the show and dive deep into the ocean of art. So, you are doing watercolor, right now. So, what made you choose watercolor as your medium? So, why didn't you continue with the pencil? Because you were kind of fond of the charcoal more than watercolor. So, why didn't you continue with that and choose watercolor as your medium?
So, okay, fine. As a self, okay, when you actually learn art, I have never learned art in a college or never gone to a college to learn art. So I don't know how people actually really narrow down on a medium that actually is something that they're comfortable with. So I don't know a formal process of it. Now the
Okay.
problem is that I think, and this is purely kind of really reflection. There's nothing. Don't take this that this is the formula to really find out what medium you like. I somehow feel that the medium it is of somewhat of that phenomena. I think, in my opinion, you actually really you don't choose the medium. The medium automatically kind of chooses you. Okay, and somehow the feeling of satisfaction really emerges when you are playing with a particular medium. It's not that I have not tried acrylic. I have tried acrylic. I have tried charcoal. Obviously, was something that I used to enjoy. But suddenly, when I actually thought that okay, fine, let me try watercolors. The kind of things that started to happen with watercolor was something that was amazing. Okay, one that watercolor actually is something that you can't control. Yeah, I don't know if you
Yeah.
have ever kind of worked with watercolor as a medium, but watercolor is a medium which you shouldn't kind of really be trying to control so much. Yeah, it has a
Yeah.
mind of its own, unlike oil and acrylics, where
Yeah.
it's a very controlled medium. You know what stroke will give you what kind of color, and you almost know that what kind of stroke you want to give. But in watercolor, it actually half the painting is done by watercolor's mind in itself. Yeah, so it actually flows in its own direction. At times it will kind of really change color when it mixes on the paper with some other color. The transparency and the light actually gives it a different kind of dimension altogether, and suddenly you find yourself enjoying it because you didn't aim for it, but whatever you're seeing on the paper is you like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think somewhere down the line, that aspect of watercolor, of it being more a friend rather than I controlling the medium. So with watercolor, you have to be friends with. You have to almost kind of feel that it's another living being which you're working together with. And that's when I think it flourishes. And I think that aspect of watercolor, what attracted me, it actually really at times emerges, the painting that emerges at times is non-planned. Yeah, so I kind of really just feel that I didn't think about it in this way. It suddenly starts to look that way.
To continue listening to this podcast, you can find us on Spotify and search Art Town Podcast Series. See you there.